Coming up on the Paper Talk today, we're going to be looking at all the post-match reaction from yesterday. We're going to be hearing from Erik ten Hag, see what he had to say about Manchester United going through to the FA Cup final after beating Brighton on penalties. We also have a couple of transfer rumours. Where would we be without transfer rumours? Let's check it out. Jay here, Stretford, Paddock. This is the Paper Talk. As you can see, I'm outside Old Trafford, and it's a bit cold, but I'm warmed by the glow of knowing that Manchester United are in the FA Cup final. I've also got a bit of a croaky voice from shouting at the semi-final so much. They put us through it, don't they? Them Reds, eh? Anyway, we won the penalty shootout. We're through to the final where we face Manchester City, and they're going to put us through it as well. So, whilst we're all looking forward to that, well, I am anyway, I'm also nervous. Anyway, we'll get into some of the reaction from that, post-match reaction from that game, and some transfer stories as well. So make sure you are getting involved in the comments and hit that like button. And if you're not doing already, hit subscribe as well. After the game, Erik ten Hag was speaking. He spoke about David De Gea. David De Gea, of course, he didn't save any of the penalties because he just doesn't tend to do that, does he? But we went through anyway. He said David even played a great game, in and out of possession. He made some great saves. He's done that so often this season. Great saves. We have the most clean sheets in the Premier League. Today a clean sheet as well, because we were so determined. We were fighting for it. We were organised from Rashi and Jadon about penalties. We knew that, but we knew also they're comfortable on penalties. They dealt with it. You got to give them credit as well, because obviously they've been through penalty drama. Marcus Rashford at Wembley with England both stepped up. Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho scored their penalties. You've got to give everyone credit who stepped up and scored their penalty. There's also a story here about just the reaction from everyone and how the Fernandes and everyone was going a bit bananas when we scored. And also, this is a piece here in the evening news about the fact there was 12,000 more matchgoers present for the game against Brighton, the semi-final against Brighton, for the previous day's semi-final. It's interesting, isn't it? Making that what you will. Erik ten Hag also has been speaking about the final. He says he vows to stop City and help prevent City from winning the treble. I mean, it's bad it's come to that, isn't it? That, we're looking to stop them winning the treble, but it's in our hands to stop it, so we need to make sure we do. He says we will give everything. And when I say everything, that is everything. More than 100% you can't do. The fans can rely on that. We want to give that against City. We want to give the fans that. I understand, of course, the feelings from the fans about it. We will do everything to give them the second trophy. Everything what I have, everything the team has, the staff have. We'll give everything to get it done. We can do it because we prove it. It's not easy, though. It's a great team, but we also have a great team. And he was asked about whether, what it means personally for him, and he said, it's not for me. I want to win every game. Doesn't matter who is the opponent. So, quite poetic, some of what he was saying. That sounds like some song lyrics, doesn't it? We have to give everything that I have to give. But yeah, obviously, from the fans' point of view, a huge game. He'll know the gravitas of it, the importance of it, and I'm sure he'll be keen to do his best to stop not just stop Manchester City winning the treble, but also to see Manchester United win 2 trophies this season, which, if we can get top 4 as well, will be a fantastic achievement by Erik ten Hag, especially when you look at how last season went. There was loads of good performances yesterday, especially in defence, and Victor Lindelof was getting a lot of praise, especially with converting his penalty. But I also want to do a little nod to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I thought Aaron Wan-Bissaka was fantastic yesterday. I thought he played really well, and this is the second game at Wembley where he's played really well. He played 45 minutes against Newcastle, where he came on at half-time and dealt with Alan Saint-Maximin really well after he was causing us problems in that first half. And we saw it against Brighton, the way he dealt with Matoma. And sometimes you forget that a fullback's main job is to defend. They have to defend, and he does that as well as anyone. He's so good at these defensive attributes and the defensive side of his game that it's only right he gets praise when he deserves it. Because you look at a few months ago, and people were looking at Aaron Wan-Bissaka going, I think he's done here. Diogo Dalot, is the preferred right back. Aaron Wan-Bissaka could be heading out. It could even look like at one point he was going to be heading out in January. People thought he wasn't going to stick around, or he wasn't going to be kept on at the club. He has been kept on, and he has done well. And it can't be easy when you're in and out of the side like he has been. And he's not been flawless. I'm not going to pretend he has. There was a time when we were looking at him going, is Aaron Wan-Bissaka good enough for Manchester United? Probably not. But he's kind of turned that around now, and it's indicative of the coaching that you get under Erik ten Hag. We've seen players who are having rough seasons last season really step up this season. You look at likes of Luke Shaw, you look at likes of Marcus Rashford, and I think you can throw Aaron Wan-Bissaka into that bracket. We know he's a talented young man, and he's been playing really well under Erik ten Hag, and he's maybe giving the manager something to think about now, because like I said, a few months ago, it was like he's probably going to go out the door. But now I think Erik ten Hag might look at it and go, this is a player I can rely on. This is a player who can step up in big games, and defensively he's superb. And even going forward, I thought he was a lot better yesterday as well. So whilst the likes of Victor Lindelof, for example, will be getting a lot of praise, especially converting that penalty, I think it's worth giving a nod to Aaron Wan-Bissaka and the way he's turned things around at Manchester United, and long may it continue. A couple of transfer rumours doing the rounds. Victor Osimhen, where would it be without Victor Osimhen? Transfer rumour. It says here, according to the Daily Star, that United are stepping up. This is in the Evening News, that's why it says, according to the Daily Star, United are stepping up their interest in the Napoli striker Victor Osimhen, after sending scouts to watch the Nigerian ace last week. The report claims the Red had scouts in attendance for Napoli's Champions League clash with Serie A rivals AC Milan. The 24-year-old scored in the second leg clash, but the league leaders exited the competition at the hands of Stefano Pioli's side. So we know that we're in for Napoli striker Victor Osimhen. Looks like that's continuing. There's also another story doing the rounds about Mateo Kovacic. Seen this, I think this has been reported in a few other papers, but came from 90 Minutes, saying that United are looking at having talks with his agent. Potential talks with his agent, but Liverpool could be in for him as well. The Chelsea midfielder, 28, is out of contract in 2024 and has yet to agree a new deal with the Blues. We know they've brought in a load of midfielders. He still gets a game, but who knows who's going to get a game when the new manager comes in. So, an interesting one. Could he do a job at Old Trafford? Possibly as an option for the squad. I mean, he's got, Premier League calibre and Premier League experience, hasn't he? So, it's not the most ridiculous idea I've heard. Just a couple of other ones as well. Manchester United, looks like they were engaging in a bit of trolling on social media, making memories with our mascots. A picture of all the players high-fiving and the mascots there, which is a similar post to what Arsenal did when they were saying making memories with our mascot, where none of the players even acknowledged the mascot was there when they were signing a shirt. So a little bit of trolling, but if you can't troll Arsenal, what's the point in getting up in the morning? I just want to say as well about the Glazer out protest, because we know there's some big protests planned for the weekend, for the game against Aston Villa. If you check out the 1958, I've posted it on my socials. I think we've posted it on the fan channel socials as well. The protest is going to begin, I think, in Deansgate at 11 o'clock on Saturday, and then it's going to head down here to the ground. And there's going to be, I think, that if you go and have a look on their socials, you can get the full details. But I think the idea as well is to have a protest and to boycott the first 18 minutes of the game against Aston Villa. Now, there might be one or two people who are going, we've just got through to an FA Cup final, we've won a trophy. Why is now the time to protest when we're on the verge of what it looks like could be a sell? Now is the time to protest. We've always protested here about these owners when things have been going well at Manchester United. It's one of the biggest myths in football that United fans only call out the Glazers when things are going badly. Simply not true. In 2005 there were protests when the Glazers came into Paddock Club, and we were one of the best teams in the league. We were one of the best teams in Europe. We'd been winning titles practically every year. You look at 2010 when there was a green and gold campaign, we'd won 3 Premier League titles in a row, and we'd also won the Champions League and been to 2 Champions League finals in 2 years. You can't say that United fans don't protest when things are going well, because we do. Even more recently, we were finishing in the top 3 and the top 2 under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and we had one of the biggest protests we've ever seen in the Premier League here when we got the Liverpool game postponed. And I think now you have to look at it and go, it's not the time to sort of rest on your laurels or to be apathetic towards the Glazers. We've heard rumours that the sale might not go ahead. It might not be a full sale, and it might be a minority sale where they're looking to get some investment from one of these American firms that have been linked with the club. Now, listen, we can have a conversation about who the next owners of Manchester United should be, and I'm all about that. There's some people that prefer to see Sheikh Jassim, there's some people that would rather see Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and whoever the new owner of Manchester United should be, the fans should scrutinise them owners. The fans should question them, and that's something we'll always do on this fan channel, and we've always done about the Glazers. But I think now, when you look at what the Glazers could be doing, potentially staying on with the club, staying on as owners, then it is the time to call them out, and it is the time to protest. And people may say, well, protesting and turn up late for the game, is that the right thing to do, because that could cause inconvenience, or it could send a message. Listen, the whole idea of a protest is you have to make a statement, otherwise it's not a protest. And you have to ask yourself some questions. Ask yourself how the club has been run over the last 18 years under the Glazers. Can we survive another 18 years of that? The stadium is falling apart. Can we survive another 18 years of the lack of investment in the stadium? Can we survive another 18 years of seeing City win trophy after trophy after trophy, when now we're trying to stop them winning a treble? Can we survive another 18 years of seeing the training ground in such a shambolic state that you've got the women's team manager, I think Casey Stoney, calling out and saying she couldn't continue as manager. You have to ask yourself that, and I don't think we can. And I think now is the time to protest, and whether you can get down to the protest on the Villa game or not, you can still take part. You can still take part online, and I think it's important we do, because the idea of the Glazers continuing as owners of this football club is something that terrifies me, and I don't think we can put up with it much longer. Anyway, that's me ranting about the Glazers. I'll leave it there. Make sure you are hitting like, share and subscribe. We're back later on with the Paddock podcast. We've also got, as well, if you've not seen it already, all the post-match reaction from yesterday. Go and check out our members section as well, because I've got a bit of a vlog from my trip to Wembley where I almost lost my voice, but we've managed to keep it. I'm Jay Moy. This has been a Paper Talk outside Old Trafford. Thanks for watching.